Saving a lot of money in a short amount of time is not easy. On one hand, we're fighting the increased cost of shelter, food, clothing, and on the other, we're battling everyday temptation in a world where pretty much anything can be bought with a single click. In fact, the data shows that 61% of adults in the US are living paycheck to paycheck, and 34% of adults living in the UK have less than £1,000 in a savings account. So in this video, I want to walk you through 4 effective strategies that will simplify and fast-track your savings process. If you're new here, welcome to Master Wealth. On this channel, we discuss all things personal finance and self-development. New videos come out every single week. Let's get into it. The very first thing I want to talk about is Arkinson's Law. This concept was coined in the 1950s, and in simple terms, it means that your work will expand to fill the time that you allocate to doing it. For instance, if we set for ourselves 3 weeks to plan and release this video, it will take us 3 weeks. We'll procrastinate, come across something new, and go down a rabbit hole watching different videos on that topic. We'll find a way to make that work expand to take up the full 3 weeks. Whereas, if we give ourselves 48 hours to release this video, we'll find creative ways to get it done, and very likely, the quality between the 2 videos wouldn't be too different. This same principle can be applied to personal finance, where the source, instead of time, is money. Your spending will expand to consume all available funds. If you let yourself spend all of your net income, you'll find a way to do it. But if you take away 10% as soon as it hits your bank account on payday and put it into another savings account that you can't touch, you'll find a way to make that remaining 90% work. And if you think putting 10% away is doable, try 20% and living on the remaining 80%. Try 30% and living on the remaining 70%. You'll be surprised by what you can do. And you might be listening to this thinking that's ridiculous. No way can I make this work. That's where the 4th saving strategy we talk about comes in, where we go into more details on how you can make this work with what you have. The second saving strategy is not to be a last-minute person. When I worked in my corporate job during the busy weeks and months, I would get takeout about 3 to 4 times a week. I'd be on my way home, I'd be late, I'd be hungry. On my way home, I'd just order something from Uber Eats or Grubhub so that it's ready for when I got home. And I did this week after week because I didn't take a few hours out on a Sunday to meal prep and think about a healthier solution for the week. Instead, I'm still guilty of sometimes doing this. But planning in advance can save you a lot of money. It will save you in overdraft fees because you're setting up some time to check your bank account. It will save you in Uber costs or taxi costs because you've saved yourself enough time to get public transport instead. And planning in advance also gives you options to do better. You can use your reward points to book your next flight. You can get a good quality umbrella instead of waiting until you're caught in the rain to buy whatever is available. There are times when last-minute flexibility is useful, but often it costs you money and limits you with options. The 3rd saving strategy is to utilize saving technology. With almost every habit that we want to stick to or want to try, there is some sort of technology that will help make it easier for us. If you're trying to reduce your social media consumption, there are apps like OneSec that forces you to take a deep breath before opening the app, giving you a second or 2 to rethink your decision. If you want to improve your fitness, there are apps that will help you do that. And in the same way, if your focus is to save more money, you want to lean into the technology that's available to help you out with that. There are apps that calculate how much you can afford to save each week and then automatically move money into a separate savings account or an investment account. There are accounts like Plum, if you're in UK, which analyzes your spending to work out how much you can afford to save, and then it automatically transfers the money over every 4 or 5 days. You can also, through that, round up purchases to the nearest pound and then save the difference. So, for instance, if you're spending 1.30 pounds, it will round that up to 2 pounds, and then you can automatically save the remaining 70p. In the US, a similar app is Acorns, where you automatically invest the rounded change from your day-to-day spending. You want to find the right apps or the right technology that will help you align your habits to your goals and make the process of saving a lot easier. The fourth point, which is arguably the one that will really make a difference if you stick to it, is doing a year in review. At the end of each year, we usually do a full evaluation on other areas in our lives. We look at what went well, what didn't, how we can learn and improve for the following year. A great way to save a lot of money in a short amount of time is by doing the same evaluation in detail, top to bottom, with your finances. This is different from a monthly budget, which if you're interested in learning more about that, you can let us know in the comment section below this video, and we will create that video for you. But think of this monthly budget as you rowing the boat. You're moving forward month by month, whereas a yearly review is you stepping back to check the broader horizon, checking that you're not just moving forward, but you're also moving in the right direction. So, what we like to do at Master Wealth is once a year, I'll consolidate all of the bank accounts that I have, my debit card accounts, my credit card accounts into one main tracker. That money will have all the money coming out of my account. I'll categorize my spending and then go through each category line by line, asking myself 3 questions. Can I cut this out or cancel it completely? Can I live with less of it? Or can I get the same thing cheaper from somewhere else? I'm not going to lie, this isn't fun. It's not interesting, but you only need to go through this once a year. But the ROI from this exercise and just carving out 6 to 7 hours to do it is so worth it. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this content useful, please share it with someone else who'll benefit. Someone who is looking to get good with money. Remember, financial freedom starts with an adaptable mindset. See you in the next video. Cheers!